If you want to see me create my first look using a Kiko Milano palette, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. I am very excited. The intro did not capture how excited I am. I am very excited. I have a friend, a very good friend, in fact he's my SO, who went to Germany recently and was wondering what to bring back for me as a little goodie, and by happenstance ended up in a makeup store. I happen to like makeup. If you're on this channel, you probably know that already, and he brought me back this beautiful little 9-pan Kiko Milano palette. And the funny thing is, he brought it back. It was a surprise. I didn't know it was coming. And I then went and looked online to see what the other options were, because I could tell just by the fact of it that there were a number of other ones to look for. And Richard, who is the person who got me this palette, chose the absolute best out of all of the palettes that were available. I think it was a half a dozen or so that were available. Well, this one is very green eye friendly, and I happen to have green eyes. And if you're not too familiar with green eyes tend to shift a little bit. They're not consistent necessarily day to day, and sometimes they'll mirror something that I'm wearing, and sometimes they'll go in a different direction. It's kind of weird how green eyes change a little bit. I don't think it's the same for all eye colors. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a specialist in eye color, but one thing that I do know is that the berry tones, so specifically these two, are really going to bring out the green, and that this type of color on the inner to center lid is very flattering on my eye color. So I'm really excited about doing a look with this palette. And what I also like is, if you take a look at my index finger, these pans are very manageable, and I think this is going to be at least in my top 3, if not the top travel palette, because it's super compact and the colors they just suit me really well. But we will confirm that, because I'm doing a first impressions today, and I have not swatched, I have not tried any of these. Once I do have the swatches video, I will make sure to put it right there. Yeah, I'm really excited to try this. So I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to start applying. So the first thing I want to do is use a matte, and I'm going to use this berry matte, which I don't think is a surprise to you. I do have the taupe color from my Pan That palette on my eyes right now. I wanted to come on camera with a little something, and obviously I have my eyebrows done. You can tell that as well. Okay, let me get a brush, and we're going to start applying the berry eyeshadow. I will do one eye and then replicate the other eye off camera. So let's get to it. So yes, it's very cool that this palette came back to me via Richard from Germany, and via Richard, from Germany. And yeah, what a really neat surprise. And Kiko Milano has been, I keep wanting to say Kiko Milani, I have no idea why, probably because of the Milani eyeshadow, well, makeup brand, not eyeshadow. I know them mostly for eyeshadow. But that brand has been of interest to me for quite a while. Mostly European YouTubers have me kind of curious about it. I'm using an angled brush now to just go on the outer lower lid, just putting the shadow on one side. I'm just going to drag it down. So I really am liking this matte. There we go. think that looks pretty good. Just going to use this brush as a bit of a cleanup, just going a little bit along here so that there is the red but not, or the berry, I should say, but not too intense. Okay, do I want to add a little bit more? I think I'm going to add a little bit more in the upper crease of the red. Back in with my fluffy brush. I'm just going to add a little bit more. Yeah, I'm good with that. And I'm going to definitely replicate that that look when or something similar. I'll definitely use the palette when I see him next, just so that he can see what he got. And I'm going to go in with this color right here on the brow bone as I knock the camera. And I'm going to use this brush. I don't usually use this brush on the brow bone. It's a Sephora brush. I usually use a longer bristle brush for the brow bone, but this looks like it's working pretty well. Okay, and now I'm going to use a dense brush for the outer lid, and I'm going to go in with this nice chocolate brown color because it's really pretty. And it's going to deepen up the look. I am a big fan of matte chocolate brown for the outer lid. I think it always looks really good, which is why I'm not having trouble finishing up the blackberry color in my Pan That palette, which is the deepest color that came in the palette originally. And I just think it just deepens up a look beautifully, at least for my skin tone and eye color. Brown, I think, is like a deeper matte brown. It's hard to find a face it doesn't look good on. I mean, it's pretty universal color for makeup. I really like that chocolate brown. I'm going to bring it all the way down along the lower lash line. And I'm going to use my Precise Smudger brush for that purpose, going right back in to that chocolate brown. I'm just going to trace along the lower lashes. So those three colors so far I knew absolutely I was going to use. Oh, look at how that just brings out the green. Wow, that is so nice. Just going to wipe off some fallout here, because it might be driving somebody nuts. All right. And, okay, so now I still have some fallout. Okay, and so now, and I like the match with the kind of a purpley pink lipstick too. All right, so what do I want to do with the inner lid? So I'm debating between two colors here. I'm debating between the berry and this one. And I think I'm going to do the berry today. And when I go out with Richard, who is having his birthday this week, I think that I'm going to go with this one on the inner lid. But we're going to go berry today, just because I think that it's going to be pretty sparkly, pretty nice, and it kind of, frankly, it scares me a little bit. I know more what this one's going to look like, but I'm really not sure how this one's going to translate to the eye, so why not discover that together in a first impressions, right? First impressions are supposed to be a little on the dangerous side because you don't know what you're getting into. I haven't even swatched these, so yeah, we're going to go into the berry one. And I'm going to use my trusty multitasker brush from Smashbox. I love this brush. I even have a backup, even though, and I keep mentioning it, despite the fact that it's not available anymore, and I always feel bad about that, but the moral of the story is, if you come across a brush, a makeup brush, that you like, and you think, wow, this is amazing. I'm not saying for all brushes, but you know when you got that one that is your go-to, it never fails you, always works beautifully. I have learned, I only have 2 brushes like that. I did get a backup and I don't regret either one of those. This is really nice. Has gold flecks in it. And it's really pretty. There's a little bit of fallout here. I think I can just brush it off. As a matter of fact, I will try right now. Okay, so it does come off, but I'm going to say that based on my experience, I would use glitter glue the next time I use this eyeshadow, because I'm worried that over the day it's going to just come down in little sparkles, and that's something to watch out for sure. And it's micro shimmer, but if you've had that experience, you know that micro shimmer can end up all the way down your cheek if you kind of don't have something to stick it in place. But I'm filming a number of videos today, and I'm just going to see how much it's going to fall. You know, have some fallout throughout the day. We'll see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to replicate what I see on this eye, on the other eye, and I'll be back to do the finishing touches. Okay, both eyes are done now. I'm going to go in with, this name for this liner keeps make me laugh. It's the Little Black Liner, but it's the biggest black liner I've ever owned. I just think it's funny. Anyway, it's ironic, right? The name does not match the liner, but it is a double-ended liner, and one is a finer felt point, and the other side is a wider felt point, wider or narrower depending on how you want to use it. And I think it's kind of a neat liner, and I try to use the thicker side for the end of the wing, and then go and use the thinner side for the inner part of the eye as I'm doing my liner. And I'm not big on wings. I have pretty long eyelashes, and I just don't want to add to the lashes too much by putting a big wing on my eye. And I'm liking my lipstick color with the eyeshadow look today, but it's looking pretty messy on this side. Maybe I can just, that sort of did an okay job, but we'll see. I might want to reapply my lip product in a bit. So again, Little Black Liner by Estée Lauder is what I'm using right now. There we go. I usually do one eye on camera and finish the other one off camera, but you're getting both eyes today for some reason. Hope you don't mind. I am looking forward to seeing how this Kiko Milano palette is going to wear all day. I did wipe off the fallout that I was talking about earlier, and I still have a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait and see if any more of the shimmer falls, and then clean it up later. But yeah, I would definitely suggest a glitter glue for that, at least for that pink shimmery goodness of a shadow. I am now applying the Lise Watier. It's called the Eye Opening Vegan Mascara with black quinoa. So I guess it's a vegan formula. And I didn't mind it last time I used it, and I just feel like this is a glamour look, yeah, but I don't think it needs super, super voluminous lashes. Oh, and I always do this. I always smudge on the side. I try to get fancy with my application and I just end up putting black marks on my face. I'm a klutz. I'm a makeup klutz once in a while. I liked the look of this palette when I saw the color story of those 9 pans, but I have to say I like it even more on my eyes, which is the whole point of having eyeshadow palettes we like, right? It's not so much what's in the pan, although pretty... Oh no! I got a smudge there too. Okay, well I've got more to clean up than I thought I was going to have. Okay, and I'm actually thinking I'm going to change the lipstick. I think something that's more of a rosy brown would look better with this eye look. So I'm going to change my lip color as well. So I'm going to fix my 2 smudges, change my lipstick, apply some setting spray, and show you the final look. I'll be right back. Okay, here is the final look that I created with the Kiko Milano palette, the 9-pan palette I showed you earlier. I am really liking it. What I did change my lipstick to is the Urban Decay 1993 color. What I had on before was the 164 Rouge Artist from Makeup Forever, more of a mauve tone. This is more of a brown tone. I just like the brown with the berry. I think it looks pretty good, and it plays off of the espresso type color that I have on the outer lid. I really enjoy this palette. I've used 1, 2, 3, 4 of the colors in the palette, so almost half so far. We are going to see how it wears throughout the day. I'm planning on filming some more videos, so I'll see how it goes. And you can look forward to some other looks, because I definitely want to do a look with this color. These two and these two were the colors that got me super interested in the palette when I first opened it up. And it is the 03 Glamour Multi-Finish Eyeshadow Palette. So this is the number 3, I guess, out of the series. It looks like that's what it means. Yeah, pretty happy with what I'm seeing so far. If you have lighter colored eyes, I'm guessing this would be a nice color option for you. But we all have different preferences. Let me know what you think of the look. And with that, I will say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.